My name's Obeng. I'm Learning Director at Pentacle. I've spent my life as a real person. I used to work for Shell, then I worked for a business school called Ashridge and ran it. And then I've worked and run the world's first virtual business school for the past 20 odd years, where basically I spend my time around the world as an avatar, teaching people about innovation, leadership and change. There's a real challenge because, especially medium and small businesses, there is no time. The one thing you don't have is time for anything. And often when people say the word strategy, all you hear is loss-making idea, which will never come to anything. But the reality is that if you want to be successful both now and in the future, you've got to do something about the future as well as now. And the secret is to do things which you start now, which will have an impact on your future. So rather than think about it as separate, think about what things which you can do which generate value now, and build the right platform for you to be able to develop your business. This afternoon session is the start of quite an intimate conversation with about a dozen people, where we're going to have two sessions, one and then another one a month later, with a couple of sessions with me coaching them on Cube in between. And what we're going to do is we're going to take real challenges in their organizations and work them up as innovations, and then figure out how we engage people and then work out how to turn them into money. When you're working with a fast forward group, especially when people come from different sectors, it's extra useful. I'll explain why. Because things which you take for granted, someone else has never thought of or sees the world differently. So you get a little bit more challenge than when you're working within an industry. Within an industry, everyone believes the same myths. I remember doing a conference years ago for a hospitality conference. And I went on stage, I don't know anything about hospitality, and I said, I don't understand why you give me sort of comb for my hair and shampoo and all these other things, which I never use. But the one thing which I always forget is my toothbrush, and you never provide that. And the whole audience went, well, we of course we don't provide. Because they'd all taken it for granted. So bringing that cross-organization, cross-industry group together, I think will give us some really nice insights. We're living in a really fascinating time. I mean, it's one of those times which comes along and breaks everything. The pace of change really has outstripped our ability to understand it. And what that means is that for most of us, if we're doing something which you've done for quite a while, maybe 1 or 2, 3 years, there's a high probability that all your actions are completely wrong because the world's moved on. And I find that quite amusing. I like the humor in that. I like the unexpected consequences which come from trying to solve a problem when you haven't understood it. But more importantly, I like the opportunities which it gives you to create all sorts of new things. Right now, Unlocking Potential is offering fast forward groups an opportunity to explore different topics with facilitators like me. It's your turn now to get involved. Contact Unlocking Potential today.